Good Monday afternoon to you, A.B.A.T.E of Illinois. It's your state legislative coordinator, Josh Witkowski, coming to you with updates about Legislative Day in 2 days. Wednesday, March 22nd, we're going to be gathering right here in Springfield. But before we get to those updates, I just wanted to say shout out to Charlene Russell for the most awesome swap meet that she ran here in Springfield yesterday out at the Illinois State Fairgrounds. It was almost sold out in terms of vendors, traffic, crowds were steady all day long. Given some of the difficulties that we had with dates and stuff that had been pre-planned, she did an awesome job, and she already has great ideas for building on it for next year. So if you missed this one, you really missed out. Don't miss it next year, because some of the ideas she's already talking about are really going to make the event something to see every year. So, having said that, on to the next big event. We have one on Sunday, we have this one on Wednesday. Legislative Day. It's going to be right here in Springfield, Wednesday, March 22nd, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. is the morning briefing at Floyd's Thirst Parlor, 210 South 5th Street in Springfield. That is a new venue for us. We were not able to get the State House in this year, so we are at Floyd's Thirst Parlor. A lot of people have been asking how parking and all that's going to work. We're going to get to that in a minute. But let's talk about why you should be there. A.B.A.T.E of Illinois is engaged right now in two very large fights. The first one, I don't know you'd call it a fight, but it's more of a preservation effort. It is the Cycle Rider Safety Training Program. Illinois Department of Transportation has put out notice of funding opportunity for 2024 through 2026. Well, those funding opportunities are available for regional training centers, of which we're missing a regional training center in the northern part of Illinois, basically north of I-80, with the exception of Joliet. And we're hearing that there may be problems in the central part of the state as well, north of I-72 plus Joliet. So we are promoting to lawmakers, hey, talk to your colleges, talk to universities, get them to become a regional training center for this program. Illinois has a 50-year history on teaching motorcycle safety training. It started over 50 years ago down at Southern Illinois University at Carbondale. SIU Carbondale is actually credited as one of the original authors of the Motorcycle Safety Foundation Basic Rider Course Training. In other words, what's being taught nationwide had a hand being started right here in Illinois, and that is a tradition we want to preserve. The other fight that we are in is, of course, autonomous vehicles. A.B.A.T.E of Illinois has been involved in this issue both in the state of Illinois and nationwide for over 6 years now. And as part of those efforts, we've gone out, we've spoke with NHTSA out in D.C. more than a few times. We've done presentations at national conventions, plus we've been working here in Illinois. The problem is, we're looking at a summer working group to discuss potential autonomous vehicle legislation. We want to make sure that A.B.A.T.E of Illinois is represented in that working group. And the only way we're going to get that representation is by showing them how much this issue means to us. And this issue is going to affect future generations. This is preserving motorcycling for my daughter, your kids, my grandkids, your grandkids. We are trying to preserve motorcycling for the future, for our future generations. And we have outside groups now trying to come into Illinois and act as if they're suddenly a voice for motorcyclists on this issue. Obviously, they're not. The only voice for motorcyclists in Illinois for over 35 years has been A.B.A.T.E of Illinois. We are the only group that has been working on this for more than 6 years in Illinois. And to have outside groups suddenly trying to come in, yeah, you smell a rat, I smell a rat. But if this is important to you, if you believe that A.B.A.T.E is who represents motorcyclists, you need to take off work, call in sick, call in dead, I don't care what it is. Wednesday, March 22nd, we are making a showing. As part of that showing, we are giving free t-shirts. We have 100 t-shirts being printed up. You're not going to be asked to buy them. It's being paid for by a very sizable donation that was made by Kaskaskia Valley A.B.A.T.E. You saw they did a very large donation at State Seminar. This is part of what that money is paying for. So this is giving us the opportunity. If you show up, we're going to give you a t-shirt. We're going to wear those t-shirts down and around the Capitol because we're going to make the point. Our lives are not a field test anymore. Tesla is out there killing bikers. Other automated systems are having collisions with bikers. And this is all being done unregulated, Wild Wild West style. It's time to put an end to that. You and I had to pass a test in order to be able to put on the road safely. They should as well. It's just that simple. Now, there are companies doing it safely. Some of them are talking to us behind the scenes. We'll have more on that later. But for right now, March 22nd, you need to be down here in Springfield 2 days from today, Wednesday. Now, a lot of people have asked about the parking situation. So I'm just going to pull up a map, show you what we're looking at. So you can see right here, this is Floyd's Thirst Parlor. This is where we're going to be at. To the north is the old state capitol. There is a garage that you enter right here on 6th Street. And you come up right here at these little stairs. And those stairs, just walk right around and you're at Floyd's. There's also plenty of on-street parking on 5th Street, on 6th Street, on Monroe. We have another parking garage all the way over here. It's the municipal parking garage. That is 7th and Monroe. And then in addition to that one, there's another parking garage right here at 6th and Capitol. Now, if you don't want to use those garages, there is also going to be parking available, like I said, on street. And if you look, here's Floyd's. Come down 5th Street, go down Capitol Avenue. It's all about 4.5 blocks to walk to the Capitol from Floyd's. But also, right here on Capitol Avenue, we're going to have parking in all of these spaces. There will be permits given to people who show up to Floyd's in the morning, and we will be able to park on Capitol Avenue from the railroad trestle to 2nd Street, but you have to get a permit from us over at Floyd's first. In addition to that, there is parking over here at the Visitor Center, which is right here. This is the Visitor Center. This is Edwards and College. You get to Edwards from 2nd Street. This little visitor parking should be open. Then you just walk right up over here to the Stratton building and walk into the complex. While we're here, so this is the Stratton building, the Capitol, and down here is the Howlett. We actually will be using all 3 buildings this year. There is a cafeteria on site. It is this part of the Howlett, give or take. It's actually a little closer to here, but you get the idea. Those are where we're going to be at this year. We'll be in all 3 buildings. So the reason why we're in all 3 buildings is because the Senate has moved over to the Howlett building for the next 2 years while they rebuild the northern part of the Capitol, which is also to say Monroe Street will have no parking available on it either. But we have the parking available on Capitol. Hopefully people can carpool, so that way those that may have an issue with walking have a shorter distance to go. We're going to be at Floyd's from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. After that, we're going to be down at the Capitol. We should be at the Capitol till 2 or 3 in the afternoon. There's going to be a couple of things that we're going to do. We're going to be gathering in the House chambers to overwatch some of the House floor action. We're going to be gathering in a couple committee hearing rooms. We're going to be gathering in the rotunda for a picture eventually. All that's going to be going on. After we leave the Capitol, you'll have a little bit of time to explore Springfield. Feel free to visit some of the local shops. We've got several good motorcycle dealers and shops all around. But at 6 o'clock, we're going to be back at Floyd's for our reception. We have the entire bar. Jeremy has given us the entire place for 3 hours. So it's only going to be A.B.A.T.E of Illinois members and our guests that have been invited from down at the State House. So it should be a good time. The motorcycle's going to be there. We've got pool tables. They've got skee ball. They've got air hockey. I think there's even a golf game upstairs. Lots of good, fun stuff to be doing there. Going to be a little bit different for our reception. Once again, we're not at the State House Inn. But those are the details for those of you that are coming. And hopefully you're bringing a friend when you come to see us on March 22nd. You do not have to be an A.B.A.T.E of Illinois member to take place. We want you there. Come learn what we're doing and join up maybe the same day. Until then, I hope to see you Wednesday, March 22nd. And if you like these videos or you think this is important information that needs to get out, hit that share button, hit the like, comment, do anything that you can, because as usual, Facebook is throttling the audience for nonprofits and businesses that, don't use the boost feature constantly. So share this information out there. We're going to be posting it to YouTube as well. Until then, look forward to seeing you Wednesday, March 22nd, 2 days from today. See you then.